Businesses taking 120 days to pay. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I thought we'd have a look at this article from in Queensland because as a small business owner, it's something sadly I can relate to. It's people not paying invoices on time. It's frustrating. If you're a small business, you need to get that money in on time because sometimes you even spent it before you even got it. For us as an architectural practice, when we had a lot of staff, we'd be racking up bills. You've got to pay wages. You've got to make all your expenses. You've got to pay your rent, your power, your software costs before you can even get paid. So if someone is dragging out an invoice, normally from 30 days to 120 days, that can crush you. It really can. It's tougher even for subbies when they're paying for stuff to get installed and materials. Now, the trick is builders will often do this to try and run people down, to make them go bust. It's not ethical. It's a dog act, but it happens. And it's one of the fun challenges of being in business. I've only had 2 people really stiff me on money, which hasn't been too bad. One, I even won against QCAT, but you still got to chase them down, and that's a nightmare. I've had a few other builders I dealt with that just strung us along further and further and further. We had one mob we were working for, signed contract, everything, did a shop fit out for them, and they said, no, we're not paying you at that rate. Screwed us over. Which is frustrating, because as a small business, you've got to decide, am I going to try and fight this, which will destroy the relationship, or do I need to just put up with it and keep going? I had one mob. We did a design, and this is out at Brisbane Airport. We designed their submission for a tender of the extension of the fire station there. And we put our fee proposal into them, everything. They won it, and they came back, and they'd cut our fee by 30%. So, yeah, that was frustrating because, frankly, I needed that job because that was going to pay for keep the boys on the books for the next couple of months, I had it all planned in, so I had to make a decision there. So I just had to put up with it. That's part of the challenges in business, so I can relate to this, and it can sting. And this is why back when our glorious government came to the rescue here, and the one I really didn't like was keeping the zombie companies alive. When they changed the rules. They changed the rules to allow companies to trade while insolvent. That really got me angry. I understand why they did it, but the problem is it just goes down the chain. It's the smaller guys down the bottom that get screwed over. You've kept your guys employed. You've got to decide between paying your mortgage, eating your food, or paying your staff. When, you've got a liquidity issue. You've got someone owing you $100,000 who hasn't paid you for months. That's stressful. Probably why the beard is so grey, but also why frankly, I've scaled back the business and I'm only working for people I want to work for now. When you don't have so many mouths to feed, it's a lot less stressful and frankly, you can make more money and you don't have to work for the bastards. So that's what it worried me about, was that insolvency provisions. And now we're starting to see businesses going under. I think it's builder after builder. This is the construction apocalypse. And the problem is that flows through to others. It flows through to people who've done work for them in good faith, thinking that they're going to get paid, and they won't. So that's the problem. So let's look at this. 1 in 4 big businesses don't settle debts for 120 days. And these are the big boys. And you think, okay, you're dealing with a big company. They've got a lot of money. They've got all the bells and whistles and the marketing and the bullshit. And then they don't pay you. This is why you need a diversity of income sources as well. When we were doing a whole lot of mining work, we had like 80% of our income coming from one client. And it was great. They kept pumping us full of work, but I had to have like 3 people working just on their jobs. It was terrifying for me. New business, barely been going a year. I needed to get new clients. It was concerning and quite terrifying. So, small business suppliers are being left empty-handed as new data reveals almost 1 in 4 big businesses take more than 120 days to pay their invoices. And these are the big businesses that want to lobby for all the government rules, the crony capitalist bullshit. And you can see why small business owners go, stuff this, cash out, just get in a property, and then become a property guru. The Business Council has a 30-day payment call, but 7 out of 10 big businesses are failing to meet the benchmark, according to the Payment Times reporting regulator. These figures are appalling, the Australian Small Business and Family Enterprise Ombudsman Bruce Bilson said. Well, yeah, 120 days. Let it be no chat. What's the longest you have gone with it? I think I had, or even better, have you ever actually managed to charge interest on a late invoice? I've never managed to get it. We had one mob that was the Phoenixed company or the resurrected company of a company that went under, and I tried to get them with late payment. They didn't pay it, and I couldn't be bothered fighting it. I think they've gone under as well now. And then we did one little job. It was like $500, and the bastard just kept ignoring it. I kept chasing it. I wanted it. I think we did an option for a modular installation for an airport terminal connection bridge. So we got the money eventually. It's the principle of the thing. Anyway, to say the nation's big businesses who are making small businesses wait 4 months to get paid, you can't be serious. Well, in the construction game, yeah. There used to be the whole thing paid when paid, which is actually illegal. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in a situation where when I've had money waiting on me, often coming through my business to pay my subbies, like engineers I'd hire, I'd have to ring them up going, such and such haven't paid me. Can you give me a bit more time? And most of them will understand. Okay, they've been in a similar situation there, particularly if you're acting as a middle person. That's why I don't like hiring engineers under me anymore. I just put it all through the client and make them deal with it. It's all these lessons you learn. So, but 4 months from a big business, and often the people in there, they've got no idea. They're just wage jockeys who've got no bloody idea and just, oh no, we only do this invoice at this time. And I go, well, yeah, but you signed a contract that said something else. And it doesn't mean anything, guys. Anything you sign is only worth what your money you're meant to throw at it. How much you want to piss away on lawyers. The data was provided to the regulator by 7,000 businesses, many with a turnover of more than $100 million. The manufacturing industry was found to be the biggest culprit, with only 14% of invoices paid within 30 days. Closely followed by retail and construction. Oh, good. We made it there, boys. We made it there in the top 3. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. The most reliable industry are public administration and safety, where 54% pay their invoices on time. For big business leaders urging support for small business doing it tough, a practical and achievable measure is to get serious about improving payment performance, Bilson said. Yes, that's all you need to do. Okay? Pay your bloody bills on time. Because this is 120 days of what we had to do when we had money outstanding. We took a credit card cash advance to keep the business going. Or you're taking money out of your bloody mortgage and then pumping it into the business to keep it going. You've got to do those type of things. Particularly if you don't have a big pool of cash buffer. I've learned now. Now I run with, I'm trying to run completely cash. I think I've got a $500 credit card that I can't be bothered getting rid of because I'm too lazy. I want to go full Dave Ramsey. But it costs money when you're giving someone a line of credit, which is what you're doing. You're giving people an unsecured line of credit pretty much when you're doing services for them. And if it's 120 days, that's 120 days of what? Your credit card rate or, money that could be sitting in your offset account for your mortgage. Okay, mortgages were bugger all a few years ago, but now it's getting serious. 7% for some of them. Credit card, 20%. Good businesses pay. That's a vital part of business relationship. Yes, it is. It certainly is. So, guys, I wanted to bring this one to everyone's attention. Share some stories in the comments. What is it like out there at the moment? Are you getting paid on time? And it's just one of the struggles of being a business that a lot of people in Australia who have just always been employees will have absolutely no idea, no experience of that. None at all. And I guess it's a different stress level. This is one thing with being a YouTuber, a content creator, and you see people all shit and bricks about, YouTubers demonetize my video, or the channel could disappear, or, they've reduced the ads that they're putting on my video. And I'm going, oh, well, it's magic internet money. You ramble about shit online and can earn money from it. It's a joke. It's awesome. That's fun. And then again, maybe I'm just damaged from my years of being an architect running a small business. That's probably it. Not having to chase invoices. YouTube every month, just money appears. Who cares how little or how much it is? It's less stressful than having to chase up some bastard who's screwing you for $100,000 or something like that. Fun and games. Although I shouldn't complain, it's a lot better now. I'm being much more pickier with who I work with. And that's probably one lesson I've learned over the last few years. But hey, it's all part of it, isn't it? When work's coming, when we had, all of these mining jobs coming in, I grew and I took it. And we learned a lot from it. We had some nice projects and helped in a big, important industry here in Queensland. Anyway, guys, let me know how it's going. I should check. I think I've only got a few outstanding invoices that haven't been paid. I've got to chase them up, but it's all good for me. What about you? What's it like out there? Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International. And if you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can financially support us on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links on Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our pocket squares or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.